to Rockin' with the Stars. You guys are my star family, so welcome, star family. I'm super excited about this journey. If you read if you read the little title, it says, I just quit my job and now I'm finally just going with the flow of life. Because that's exactly what I'm doing. Let me just tell you a little background story. I quit my job and I was just like, yeah, it's time for me to step into my power. And obviously I'm a Leo. Well, you guys can't tell, but I am a Leo. And this Leo season was so powerful. Can I just say, like, this Leo season was the most powerful I've ever felt or experienced throughout my whole entire existence. I'm 24 years old, and let me tell you, this Leo season was very much needed. When I tell you, just like the Leo season, it's very much about expression. It's about confidence. It's about stepping into our power. And I felt that heavily this year. And literally after my birthday was August 3rd. And literally the day after my birthday, I just said, fuck it. Like, I was already on my vacation from work. But after my birthday, I was just like, yeah, this is no longer serving me. Like, it's time for me to go pursue my own interests and just say fuck it and, let go, let God. Literally, I'm in my surrendering phase. I'm very much, going with the colors of the wind, like Pocahontas. Like, I'm literally following my intuition and aligning myself with things that I actually care about. The job that I came from, I didn't care about anything there. It was very much redundant. I constantly kept on doing the same thing over and over and over again, and I was just sick and tired of it. So if you're in that same boat, let me just tell you, like, let go of control. Like, you will be okay. I feel like we're stuck in we put ourselves in these boxes, in these limitations where we feel like there's no way out, where we have to stay at this job because we have to pay these bills. We have this, that, and the third. You're stuck in a matrix. Like, none of this shit actually matters. We're here on earth to be taught lessons. This is earth school. You feel me? So we were brought here to learn the lessons that we want to learn and grow. We're supposed to experience stuff. We're supposed to have fun. We're not supposed to be stressed out every day, going to jobs that don't serve us, going to jobs that we hate. It's just, no. I refuse to live in that kind of, environment. So I'm just like, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna sit back. I'm in my observer boat, and I'm just like, shit, whatever I attract, I do not chase, I attract. Whatever is for my greatest good will come into my lap, period. And that's why I took that leap of faith. And I'm always taking risks, okay? One thing about me is just like, if I notice something that's not working out for me, baby, I'm gonna take that leap of faith and I'm just let go and let God. And that's essentially what people need to learn. I feel like there's too many people fighting against the current. And when I say fighting against the current, it's like you're constantly drained. And this goes for people, places, and things. You're constantly drained. You're constantly being put around people that, don't invoke growth out of you. You're constantly just putting yourself in these predicaments where you're being stagnant. There's no growth, there's no evolution, and the universe does not want that. God does not want that. God wants you to grow. God wants you to experience these things, and step outside of your comfort zone. Do things you never done before, not just, work a 9 to 5 back and forth and then go back home. No, God does not want that to happen. He wants you to be your greatest self, and in order for you to do that, you have to put yourself in these positions where you allow God to help you. You allow the universe to support your decisions. You shouldn't be like being control freak and be like, I'm just holding on for dear life. No, you constantly holding on for dear life, you're constantly be in a struggle, period. There's no, it's always going to be friction. this whole experience is for us to flow, literally go with the flow of life. Go with the flow of life and everything would just be magical, okay? And that's my little TED Talk for right now. I'm kind of just going with the flow of life. I'm just like, fuck it. Like, this is my first video, and I'm just like, shit, fuck it. Like, I got this energy, and I'm just like, whoever comes across this video might need to hear this right now. So, welcome to Rockin' with the Stars. My name is Petra. I'm sorry I did not introduce myself, but my name is Petra. And welcome to the Star family. This is literally a judgment-free zone, okay? We're just this is about positivity. This is about uplifting. This is about evolution. This is about growth. If you're all about that, you came to the right channel, okay? So what we're gonna do, sometimes I just have topics at hand that I'll just do like a brief little talk about it, and anything that's spiritual, like this is a spiritual journey, okay? So anything I come across throughout the day, whether that's a post, an Instagram post, any kind of quote that stands out to me, any kind of movies or TV shows that come out that stands out to me, that I see that there's a spiritual lesson to learn from it, then we'll talk about that here, okay? And speaking of, like, we're gonna call that, the segment is gonna call star shit, okay? The star shit segment, okay? So this one star shit that really just piqued my interest this weekend was a movie called Look Both Ways. It's a movie on Netflix. It's called Look Both Ways, and it was such a powerful ass movie. Let me just tell you a little bit of background about it. So basically what happens is there were two best friends, right? They were getting ready to go ahead and graduate high school and go to college. So before you graduate, obviously there's going to be like a party. So during this party, they decided, like, hey, we did it, like, we made it, let's just go ahead, what the hell, like, let's just have sex. So they went and had sex or whatever, and whoop the woo, right? So next, there's another party that they have. It's like their final party or whatever before they start their lives to go into college and stuff like that. So so during this party, like, the main character, she was throwing up, like, she was throwing up or whatever, and she was just like, wow, why is this happening on my grad night, my grad party night, and like, why is this happening? And so her best friend came, and she was just like, hey, look, I'm giving you this, like, this is pregnancy test. I'm not saying you are pregnant, but just in case if you are, go ahead and take this, okay? Because we don't know. Let's just see. It's better for you to know now than later. So she was just like, I don't think I'm pregnant, but I guess. So she went ahead and took the pregnancy test or whatever. And, they was waiting or whatever. And her best friend set the alarm for, I believe it was like 2 minutes. And I noticed on the phone, it was 111. And that right there, I was just like, oh yeah, they into this spiritual shit. And I loved it. They into it because the 111, if you don't know, or 1111, that's a portal. That means a portal, or also like you're heading on the right, on the right path or whatever. But essentially it is a portal that you will see everybody talk about, right? So I noticed that, I clocked that on the clock, and I was like, oh shit, okay, I see that. And so the timer went off, and she pulled out the pregnancy test, and it was negative. And she was like, oh yes, thank God. But then on another scene, she pulled out the pregnancy test, and it was a positive. And so essentially this movie is called Look Both Ways. So what's really cool about this movie was that it says look both ways, because in life we have choices that we make, right? So there's this choice, and then you have this choice. There's no right or wrong choices. Everything is just a choice that you go through, like, that you choose based off of whatever, it can be your heart, it can be a fear-based choice, it can be ego choice, whatever. But everything is a choice that you make, right? So the choice that you choose, you can choose something in this lifetime, but the other choice that you did not choose in this lifetime, your other person is living out that choice on another timeline. And so that's essentially what was happening in this movie. So on one timeline, she wasn't pregnant, but the other timeline, she was pregnant. And I found out that was so freaking cool, and that was so spiritual, because that's essentially what we are essentially experiencing that. But a lot of people will probably, if your eyes are closed, then this will confuse you. But we do have that, like, that is essentially happening currently on life, like in Earth, you know? Like, we have choices that we make. We can go through this, we can choose this choice or whatever, based off of whatever, you know, your heart or whatever. And the other choice that you don't choose to make, and we can put that as a relationship. We can say that to make it easier. Say, for example, you have to choose between two guys, okay? Or if you're a guy watching, if you choose between two girls, okay? All right, and you decided to go to this person, right? Because this is where your heart is aligned to. The other person that you don't choose, their other you will be living out that scenario with that other person that you did not choose. Okay? But the thing is that we obviously aren't able to see that play out because we're living our own lives. And that would be hella confusing for us to even, you know, notice our other us living out the choice that we did not choose. You feel me? So that's essentially what this show, what this movie was about. And it was so cool because it was just like, you can see how different but how alike they were, even though it was two different guys that she ended up with. The same circumstances, like the circumstances was different, but it all came back to her tower moment, which was that night that she was looking at her pregnancy test. So it all came back down to her looking at this, like whether she ended up pregnant or whether she wasn't pregnant. And she came back at the end and she was just like, she looked in the mirror and she was like, you're good, like you're okay, you know? Because at that point, that was like a nerve-wracking experience. And when she looked in the mirror, she was just like, you're okay. See, look, you're fine, you know? Because I feel like we become so like stuck in this box where we're just like, if I make this choice, something's gonna happen. Like, I'm just gonna die a fucking death, you know? And it's just like, it's not that deep. Like, I be seeing people, especially in my other job, people would just used to be so like, they used to panic, like have anxiety about like handbag. I was working at a retail. I was in retail selling handbags and purses, or handbags and shoes and stuff. And I was just like, this is not that deep. Like, y'all are stressing on things that it's not that deep. Like, it is okay. Me quitting my job, it is okay. Like, you feel me? Like, it's always about what's next. Like, I'm not, if it's time for me to leave a job, best believe I'm just like, okay, it's time for me to leave a job, period. Like, I'm not about to stress about it, because at the end of the day, that's something that I needed to do. I did it. I moved off of my heart. And when you move off of your heart, your higher self, that's your intuition, everything will just work out. Like, everything will work out, period. So yeah, so that's the little Star Shit segment, and I feel like y'all should just go ahead and watch that. I'm not sponsoring or whatever. I ain't sponsoring Netflix, but I do love Netflix. I love watching, you know, shows and movies and stuff like that just make you think about stuff, you know. And that was such a big lesson, because even in the main character, she was such a control freak. She had a plan for everything. She had a 5-year plan, and I feel like I forgot to touch on that. Like, she had a 5-year plan. She was just like, I'm about to do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna graduate. Then boom, she ended up pregnant. So it's like, if you constantly feel like you gotta plan every little detail, God gonna show you like, you following my plan. You feel me? Because this is the best plan for you. Sometimes we think that, oh, like, I should have this plan, this. No, like, just let go and let God. God already knows how everything's gonna play out. Follow him. He'll show you what your plan is, like what steps that you need to take. But you shouldn't just harp on, oh, I should do this, and that. No. I'm just like, fuck it. This is my first video. Let's see. I'm excited. All right, so yeah, that was I loved it. I love that movie. It's called Look Both Ways. Check it out on Netflix. And yeah, it's a cute little movie that has a lesson behind that. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and pull some affirmation cards, because I feel like we need some affirmations, in our life, positive affirmations, and sometimes we forget some things. So we're gonna go ahead and start off. Let's see, what affirmation cards do my listeners and viewers need to hear right now? Ooh, Spirit, what affirmation? Ooh, one fell on the floor. Let me see if I can get it. All right. Ooh, look what came out. Today I am brave. Today I will step up to every challenge with courage. Look at this. Yes, exactly what the freak I'm talking about. Like, I'm literally talking about taking courage. Take that action. Like, me quitting my job, that was me taking a leap of faith. Literally, you are brave. You are brave. You are brave enough to do that. Like, if you feel like a job, a relationship, a friendship is just not working out for you, it's not expanding you, it's not helping you grow, take that leap of faith, take that courage, and say, fuck it. Find something that does help you. Find something that does spark that joy in you, that does give you fulfillment, that does give you passion. Take that leap of faith. You will step up to every challenge with courage. You are brave. You need to remember that. You are brave. If you came to this video and this video came across your feed, you need to hear this. You are brave, okay? All right. Now we have another one. Let's see. I'm going to shuffle this. Let's see. What do my listeners need to hear today? I already said you are brave, okay? Like, you got to believe that, though. I can't be the one telling you and you don't believe that you're brave now, okay? You got to believe it. Like, that's how everything will work, if you believe and you actually have faith, okay? So what else do my listeners need to hear? What else do my fam? Ooh, 2 cards came out. Okay, let's see. Let's see what 2 cards came out. I am at peace with my surroundings. Ooh, I know for me, this came out for me as well. And I was just like, yeah, for sure. And I say I'm at peace with my surroundings because a lot of times we feel like we so stressed out with everything that's happening like around us. But what changes on the outside has to start with what changes on the inside first. You have to change what's on the inside first in order for your outside to, change, So if I'm at peace internally, I don't give a fuck what's happening outside. Like, I do not care because I know I'm at peace within. A lot of things that's happening around the world, like all this bad shit that's happening, that's internal. That's something that's being projected from internally, from everybody around us internally. All the panic, anxiety, all of that shit. A lot of them people, they have that internally. So that's why a lot of the things like that happen outwardly, So it's like, once you fix what's inside, what's internally, you have peace within, you're not gonna care what's surrounding you. I'm not where I want to be. Like, I'm still living in my parents' house. Do you feel like I want to be here? No, but I'm content because I'm like, I have everything I need. And just by me taking this leap of faith right here, that's gonna change my outward view of things, by me taking this leap of faith and me changing what's within. I'm at peace with myself within. So that's why I know my outwardly environment will change. All right, and then the second one came out. I respect and I honor my feelings. Yes, and look at the feather. Oh my goodness. This definitely giving me angel, like, ooh. Let me tell you, because sometimes we need to remember that we are blessed. And I have to say that because it was just like, this feather is just confirmation, like, that I am doing what, my spirit guides, my ancestors, that they they love that I'm taking this leap of faith right now. So just seeing that was just confirmation. Sometimes you can see signs and stuff like that. Like if you see a little white feather, or if you see butterflies and stuff like that. I've been seeing a lot of butterflies and transformation and stuff. And it's just like, yes, like you're going on the right path. But it says, I respect and honor my feelings. Okay. So I respect and honor my feelings. Sometimes I feel like I have to have this conversation, especially on my Instagram. And I was just like, a lot of people feel that like we should just mask our feelings. No, if you're not having a good day, you should not fake that you're not having a good day. Okay? Because obviously if that feeling comes up, that's something internally that you have to, like, you know, you have to handle that internally, because there's a reason why it's coming up. It's because that you keep on, you know, stuffing it down, and it's wanting to express itself. So you have to express your feelings. Nobody's saying that you should stay in it and like just let it consume you. No, let the feelings come up, express it, acknowledge the feelings, and then go about like how to transmute that feelings of negativity into positivity, you know? So we shouldn't mask our feelings, because that's not you. That's not you being authentic to yourself, you know, and who you. And that's probably like your younger self wanting to express yourself, like, because sometimes it's our childhood trauma that we haven't, like, you know, we haven't like acknowledged, you know. So it's like you're ignoring your childhood self, your little girl self or your little boy self, and you're not letting your younger self express themselves. So that's why you have to respect and honor your feelings, right? And let me see. Oh, it does have something on the back, I should have said. So on the back it says, how often am I honest about how I feel and what I want? What can I do to express these feelings more clearly? So you have to ask yourself, how often do you honestly feel, you know? And do you acknowledge what you actually want? What can you do to express those feelings more clearly? Shit, I be telling people, I be like, hell, if you need to scream, shout, you need to scream in your pillow, you need to go to like hit a punching bag or something. Express your feelings, because there's a reason it's coming out. It needs to come out, you know. So ask yourself that, like, how often are you expressing your feelings, you know, and what steps are you taking to express them? And then on the back of this other one was, what does peacefulness mean to me? That's a good question. What's one thing I can do today to feel more peaceful? What is one thing today that you can do to feel more peaceful? Ask yourself that. You can put that in the comments down below as well. Like, ask yourself, what is one thing that you can do today to feel more at peace? You can go in nature, I love going out in nature. I go out in nature. I'm meditating. Like, I love being surrounded by greenery, just nature. Like, ground yourself, being more at peace in the present moment and taking everything in. Ask yourself that, what can you do today to feel more at peace? All right, and then one last affirmation card. This is going to be our star cards. So let's see, what do my listeners need to hear today? Yeah, I feel like I gave y'all a lot of homework for y'all to think about, you know. Ooh, that one just flew all the way out there. Let me try to get that as well. All right. My will makes time for my actions. Look at that. And that basically sums up this whole like reading for today. My will makes time for my actions. You allow yourself to make time for your passions. Like me, I'm allowing myself. I quit my job and I'm just like, fuck it. Like, I love playing with cards. I love like pulling affirmation cards for myself. So it's like, why not? Why I should just go ahead and pull it out for, you know, whoever needs to hear this today, you know? So it's like, it's up to you. It's up to you to make time for your passions. Like, you choose, like we just talked about this movie today. She made a choice. You're choosing to go to a job that doesn't serve you. You're choosing to stay in that relationship that doesn't serve you. You're choosing to be surrounded by friends that don't invoke growth out of you. You're choosing that. So you have a choice to make time for your passions. Okay? I can't be the one to invoke change, in your life if I don't know what's actually going on in your life. You choose that. Okay? So it's up to you to make time for your passions. All right. And I love how everything just tied together. Like, that's why I love these, because it's it always circles, just like that movie, it always circles to the beginning of the forefront, So yeah, take that step, take that leap of faith, It might be scary to do, but it's if that's something that has been detrimental to your health and your mental health, your spiritual health, your spiritual health and your physical health, listen, you gotta do it. Do what's best for you at the end of the day. All right, so now we're gonna move on to what questions that you might have that you want your angels to answer. So think about that question that you did have in the beginning, and let's see what your angels say. All right, Spirit. Ooh, a lot fell out. Let me see. Oh, well, I guess it was just two cards. Oh, well, too many cards came out. Okay, we gon' shuffle. Let's see. All right, Spirit of highest white lights. I know y'all didn't hear me say that, but yeah, only high vibes. Only high vibes. Okay. All right, so that came out. Let's see. Oh, these cards keep falling. Let me get one more card. So the first one that came out is, it is up to you. Like I said, what did I just say? It is up to you. I can't be the one to, hold your hand and do it for you. It is up to you. That's what your angel said. Your angel said, look to you, your heart. Look, she's even pointing to her heart. Look, you have to use your intuition. You have to trust your heart, trust your instincts. I can't be the one to do it. So we'll get one more, Spirit. All right. And look, what I say, big happy changes. Big happy changes are coming. It's just up to you. Let me stop trying to, you see, it is up to you to, take that leap of faith so you can have big happy changes. If something is no longer working for you, make that change. Do what needs to be done. Do what needs to be done. Let me try to do what needs to be done so you can have this big happy change. It's gonna come regardless, but it's up to you if you want to stay stagnant. Okay? It's up to you. Like I said, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to let go of what's familiar, but all right. So if you were on YouTube and you're watching the video, my audio just cut off because I needed some more storage space on my phone, so I wasn't able to go ahead and do a closing segment. But what I was saying was just, make the changes that you wish to see. Okay. So, it might be scary. It might be, it might be something that you're not used to, but you just have to be the one to do it. You got to take that leap of faith, like I said in the beginning. All right. But thank you guys for tuning in to Rocking with the Stars. Stay flowing, glowing, and growing. Okay, Star Family. I appreciate all of you guys, and I cannot wait for you guys to see what comes next along this journey. So, yeah, y'all have a good one. Bye.